The hands are tied.
I mean, the man
I
is...
understand. I understand,
yeah.
gentlemen. But we need to move straight to our next conversation right now. Now, our next conversation in public service. In public service, accountability is the mirror through which society appraises its guardians. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has formally summoned former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, for questioning. Malami, who served as the nation's chief law officer from 2015 to 2023, has stated that he will honor the call, affirming his commitments to transparency and responsible governance. While the anti-graft agency has not disclosed the exact reason for the summons, Malami's acceptance signals recognition of the importance of due process and cast a spotlight on lingering concerns over governance and assets management during his tenure. Okay, gentlemen. How unusual is it, for a former AGF who supervised the EFCC operations, during his tenure, be invited for questioning by the same agency?
Well, there's an act. They must follow the act. EFCC Act, I think it's Section 38, subsections 1 and 2, has given the EFCC the power to invite anybody they feel has questions to answer, no matter how highly placed. He was there. He's no more there.
Yes.
So they feel that when he was there, there were certain actions and inactions, in the manner of speaking, that he may have taken or refused to take or failed to take that needs to be pried into. So they need to inquire into those things that to look at what did you do, what did you do. So as I said, whether he is superintendent over the affairs of the agency, it was in the past. But EFCC is relying solely, very heavily on the EFCC Act. As I said, Section 38, subsection 1 and 2, that has given it the power to invite. That's why but again, people are speculating, maybe, there were times that he was accused that even the funds that were recovered by EFCC mismanaged, and some of them cannot be traced. And then some things he was alleged to have signed, certain decisions he made that were antithetical to the civil service and all that, and civil service law. So there's a lot of things that people are making speculation, because the EFCC has not come out to say this is why they have invited him. But he also was magnanimous enough to post on his Facebook page today, informing his family, informing all of us, including us here, to say, okay, that they have been invited to see the FCC. He doesn't know why, but as a law-abiding officer of the Nigerian Republic, also, that he has every cause to obey the invitation. It's an invitation, not an arrest. So when he goes there, maybe in the days to come, tomorrow or next, all the truth about why he was invited may unfold, then we can now come back and discuss it.
I mean, the invitation letter was vague, and it did not disclose the allegations. But is this standard practice?
Well, you see, let me first of all deal with the issue of why he was invited, or whether, as Charles said, the EFCC Act, there is nobody in this country today that cannot be invited by EFCC. A former president can be invited if there are questions to answer. So that one, whether or not, but for me, I belong to that wing of incurable pessimists about issues like this.
Really? Why?
Because for me, it might just be what they call saber rattling, or just let us invite him and rattle him and all that. How many former governors, how many former political office holders in Nigeria have been invited?
And nothing came out.
And then after that, Obiano is somewhere in the US cooling off himself. When he was traveling out, they arrested him, they 3 billion, billion.
And that case has been adjourned indefinitely.
What came out of it? Olisametu, there. For several months, they brought him to the court, and in next week and this and that. Recently, the president, they issued a statement wishing him happy 60th birthday. The same Olisametu. So all these things, they just, as far as I'm concerned, all these things are just to satisfy us that, okay, we are fighting corruption.
But no conviction yet.
That is what I'm saying.
But if there's no conviction, will you say they are criminals?
What has happened to the case?
Because it's only when you have convicted. They're just prying into the laws.
How long does it take?
Yeah.
Nicolas Sarkozy, former French president, is cooling his hand behind the back now. Has it ever happened in Nigeria that even a minister or whatever? See, all these things, it made good news. Malami has been invited by EFCC.
The governor has been convicted before.
How many of them?
No,
out of how many? How many governors have ruled this? Have ruled various states in this country that have been accused of corruption. How many of them have been convicted? So Malami,
so you don't trust the EFCC boss to see this to?
It's not a question of whether I trust the EFCC boss or not. Malami now, the only thing that is there is he wants to. There are rumors that he wants to be governor. Whether on
so you think this is political?
No, don't put word into my mouth. I'm coming to that. So? Nobody knows now on which party platform he wants to contest. But after this, the man will go home. He would either travel abroad and go and cool his temper too, or become a governorship candidate tomorrow, and then we will not hear the case again. So this issue of EFCC has invited this as that's why I say I belong to that wing of internal pessimists about all these things.
Right about now, we have BKO joining us, for the conversation. BKO, I'm sure you've been following the conversation from our first story all the way till our second story. How do you weigh in on all of this?
I'm very happy that this is happening. We cannot say because in the past the EFCC did not succeed in convicting many governors, then we should leave people who have cases to answer. We will never do that. As a country, we will not do that.
Okay.
And this is a different EFCC chairman. This EFCC chairman was the first to begin to sanitize the EFCC from within.
That's true.
He's the first to arrest EFCC officials who are stealing exhibits kept in their care and other criminally minded EFCC staff. He was the first to come out to tell us that prosecution of corrupt individuals were being deliberately frustrated by EFCC staff. Before now, no EFCC chairman told us that this sort of thing was happening. And I remember advising him to seek presidential mandate to purge the EFCC. So many EFCC officials who deliberately frustrated prosecution of politically exposed persons have now been arrested. So even for doing that, for trying to sanitize the EFCC, especially those who are sabotaging the investigation of suspected looters of our patrimony, he has my support. When it comes to conviction of foreigners, there is no EFCC chairman in history who has achieved what Ola has achieved. We see their pictures. In the past, because people are foreigners, we treat them like the special creations of God. But we've now seen Filipinos and other nationals, foreign nationals, who have turned Nigeria to an haven for cyber crimes. We have seen them now being arrested, being prosecuted, and then deported to their country. EFCC was not doing this until now. Now let's come to Malami. Malami was given a confidential letter inviting him to the EFCC. He then moved on to quickly post it on social media. What is the meaning of that? The EFCC has a media unit. If they wanted to publicize your invitation, they would have done it. We have brilliant people. We see Ujaren, what's his name again? He's there. They are there. But he was the one who deliberately posted it on the social media handle. So we will not say because in the past some people have not performed well in prosecuting criminally exposed persons, then we will leave them to be roaming the street. We will not say because not many governors have been put behind bars, then we'll leave other people who are looting. Look at the level of looting that the former CBN governor has done.
Okay.
We must not get to that point that we are now desensitized about issues of corruption, or we just resign to faith that we'll stop fighting corruption. If not for the money that the EFCC chairman has recovered, he has recovered more money from Nigerian looters in our country, more than any EFCC chairman in history. And thanks to the money that he has recovered, we can now put money in NEL fund. All those students that are in university who cannot pay their school fees, who now have the opportunity to go through school. It is thanks to the money that the EFCC chairman has recovered. He has recovered more money than any EFCC chairman, not even Ribadu. And I say this because I have the records.
Okay.
So it's good. Let the person who has been invited come and defend himself.
Absolutely. Let
him come and defend himself. It is not the fault of the EFCC that cases are being delayed in court, for example. Obiano, maybe by now his case should have been rounded up. This thing got so bad that the former ICP chairman, Justice Akombi, had to storm one of the Nigerian courts to face a judge eyeball to eyeball. You can Google it. So there are some frustrations that anti-corruption agencies are facing because we have a judiciary that does not, that is not in tune with the anti-corruption agencies.
Okay.
To the point that ICPC chairman had to go to court because they were frustrating his investigators and his prosecutor. He had to go to court. Something like Dottie Biba, Tojubari Binibin Wale. That was what Justice Akombi had to do. So this is the thing. Let what's his name?
Malami.
Let Malami calm down. Let them do his work.
Okay.
We don't believe in braggadocio. The other day, the former CBN governor was clutching a king-size Bible. Have we not seen all of the things that they're looting? Somebody 750
duplexes
in Abuja, duplexes here in Abuja, and he had the cheek. To even go to court to say to try to retrieve what has been seized from him in our country.
Okay.
We will not fold our arms and resign to fate. Those who are stolen from us, they will have their day in court.
Absolutely.
And if you stolen from us, we will recover what you have stolen. We will use what you have stolen to send people to universities, to polytechnics, and we will still convict you. If you like, go and get a designer Bible or anywhere, you will still end up in jail.
All right, Vikir. We need to go on this quick break, and when we return, the conversation continues.